Fear's the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings obliteration. I now face my fear, now permit to pass over me through me.
So here we go again. So, Dune. Amazing movies and amazing books. Like, seriously, there's so much good stuff, and I don't even think I'm done covering it. So let's break down this scene. So we have our protagonist, Paul, who is currently undergoing a test. The test is called the Jubbar. The test is simple. You put your hand in the box, and if you take it out at any point, you die from a poison needle. Here's the terrible backstory to this scene. The lady that we see in a great state of turmoil is Jessica, or Paul's mother. She is willingly brought him to do this task to the Bene Gesserit's mother. My God, dude, those words are fucking weird to say. So I'm not really gonna cover too much like what the Bene Gesserit are. Think of it as like a pseudo religion / political power of sorts. We'll just call it that. She has potentially brought her son to his death if he fails. She's also charged with blocking entry to anyone to not interrupt this test. She can hear Paul suffering and screaming, and then we get to some amazing dialogue. Basically, she's sitting outside the door, and she can hear everything that Paul is going through. Not most likely, she definitely has already gone through the test already. This is like pretty fucking traumatic for her. So the phrase that she says is,
Is the little death that brings obliteration. Face my fear, now permit to pass over me through me.
she said these 3 lines, and from my point of view, it's using mindfulness or meditation. Now, this is kind of something I'm excited to talk about because it's something I'm learning about right now. This little handy book, if you want to learn more about mindfulness and all that sort of stuff, DBT, very good, highly recommend it. This particular book is the Dialectical Behavior Therapy Skills Workbook. But like, before we move forward, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness means paying full attention to something. It means slowing down to really notice what you're doing. Being mindful is the opposite of rushing or multitasking. When you're mindful, you're taking your time, you're focusing in a relaxed, easy way. The lines that she uses could really be referred to as a mantra. What is a mindful mantra now? See what we're doing here? All right, a mantra is a syllable, word, or phrase that is repeated during meditation. Mantra can be spoken, chanted, whispered, or repeated in the mind. Most mantra meditation techniques have 2 essential components: mindfulness meditation and mantra recitation or chanting. Basically, the use of a mantra is to bring your mind and body back to a state of calm or stay closer to it, so then you are able to bring yourself back down to a more tolerable emotional or physical state. Let's switch our focus on Paul. Paul is the real victim of this scene. His mother sends him out to a test that could potentially kill him. Now let that sink in. His mother, a person that he trusts deeply and loves, does this. She knows what could happen and has experienced the test herself. Paul, during this scene, is ordered to be quiet. What does he do instead? So, from my observation, it seems like he actually recites that same phrase that his mother does. Because you see his lips move, and they're cutting between him and his mother. So I'm assuming that he's reciting the same phrase. He then uses his anger and stares into the mother's eyes. I think the reason he does this is to channel his energy into something else. I think it actually goes back to what mindfulness is, which is paying full attention to something. And so he uses his full attention to stare into the mother and like actually kind of scare her. Because by the end of the scene, she seems very uncomfortable. She doesn't want to be there. And from my perspective, it's actually a good use of an emotion a lot of us fear. I think it might be interesting to look into a positive way to use anger. I really think that video might be an important one, because I think a lot of us growing up probably didn't get. Anger was probably one of the emotions that was the least understood. And as far as I can tell, it's probably the emotion that people understand the least. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty small scene. It's an amazing scene. I fucking love the scene. But I just really wanted to make a video about it because when I heard the mother like say the phrase, I was like, holy fuck, this is so cool because it's using like mindfulness, right? It's so cool to see that kind of practice used in a movie like this. So yeah, it was really cool because it relates super close to what I'm doing right now and how I'm learning to manage certain overpowering emotions. So yeah, super cool. But yeah, anyways, I really hope that you enjoyed. I hope this was educational and helpful, and definitely gonna do more videos on mindfulness. Definitely going to do more videos on movies and stuff.
Don't fall asleep.